Cheers.
Cheers, cheers.
Cheers, boys.
What's going on, you guys? It's Slumpy back from the Portland Regional with our regional champion once again. You already know who it is. What is your name and what did you play?
Hey guys, it's Kyle, and I played Mathmech again, just with some different cards in it.
Nice. So I know you talked about it last time, and this time, I know you said you were going to make just a couple of changes. Did you end up making those changes?
Yeah, I made a couple of changes. I didn't make too many. Slight, different hand traps, and then I added, some of the new cards in, but it's pretty much the same basics. It's hard to mess it up.
Nice. So before we get to the deck profile, do you have any shout outs you want to give out?
Shout out to my team, First to Last Gaming. Shout out to my sponsor, Anthony, because I wouldn't have any of these cards.
Gang. Again.
Shout out to everybody who's been supporting me. Shout out to my mom, my friends. Nah, that's about it.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the deck profile.
Awesome. So just to start off with the Mathmech cards, it's decent similar. It's slightly different. Of course, 3 circular, this card's broken. I am only playing 2 diameter. I'm playing more normal summons now, so this doesn't need to be at 3. It is searchable. You don't want to just open this by itself. It doesn't really do anything, but obviously it's broken to summon off super effect for you. 2 Sigma. There's an argument to be made to play 1. I'm just scared to play 1 right now because of cash. So if they banish it and you only have 1, it's kind of sucks. Maybe if there wasn't cash in the form, I'd play another one of the extenders, but 2 is really good right now. And then I picked between one of the extenders, so I'm playing Subtraction. This one kind of puts slightly more pressure on your opponent when you Subtraction their monster. It'll force things out sometimes, so I liked that. And then I'm playing 1 Nabla. Nabla's in here for a couple of the cards that are coming out, but it also lets you full combo with you hand trap into Parallel Exceed because it can get the 3rd name into your grave. So I've been liking Nabla. It's also a tuner, and it's technically update jammer, so it does the same thing. It hasn't come up, but new cards. I play 3 Firewall Defensor and 1 Firewall Guardian. This is just 6 more copies of Circular, basically. So when it's used as link material for a Cybers monster, you can special a Firewall from your deck, except itself, and then you can't summon anything but Cybers for the whole turn. It also has a protection effect for Firewalls. So if they try to pop your Guardian or something, when it gets summoned, you can banish and protect it. It's just the card economy this provides is really nice, since this becomes a link 2 and 2 level 4s by itself without doing anything. So I really like this card. It does help solve the problem of opening just 5 hand traps and nothing else. It overperformed. Then of course I'm also playing 3 Parallel Exceed because this card is also just 2 bodies and is broken.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So the Firewall card,
Mm-hmm.
so with Circular you can OTK through it, but just that card itself. Can you do it with this card too?
Yeah. It's because it's literally just circular.
Okay, so it does exactly the same thing.
Yeah, it's slightly. It's obviously it's slightly more fragile since it is a normal summon and not a just a free. I'm gonna specialist from my hand, but it does get you to circular, so it is pretty good. And by the time it gets you to circular, you don't care if you get jolt or anything anymore because you have circular. Hand trap wise, 3 Ash. The card's broken. 3 Gammas and a driver. This makes all my plays safe. Sometimes I'll just small world or sign up mining for something, even if I already have circular, just to check for the droll so that the rest of the play goes through. It's also just a crazy hand trap. I did play 3 drolls. This was all right today. I played 5 branded, so it was kind of mid. But I know if I was playing against a more wide field or stuff super heavy or something, this would be crazy. So I'm not gonna not taking it out because of that. It also is a bridge. You can droll into Parallel Exceed into a full combo. And then I'm playing 2 Veilers and a Mourner. Last second I decided to put in the Mourner. I was playing 3 Imperms in my deck profile last time. I realized Imperm in this deck kind of sucks because if you're drawing off Heat Soul and you draw an Imperm, you just look stupid because it's not a hand trap at that point. It is a dead card in your hand. So I decided to just put more hand traps in my hand that I can draw and activate. This card, I like Veiler more because it is not once per turn. I just don't like that it's during the main phase, so that's why I'm playing the 1 more. It did come up multiple times during the day that being able to use this not in the main phase. Then I played 2 Nibs. I don't think people are respecting this card enough. So, and I'm playing 16, 17 hand traps, so this with any other hand traps usually will just win me the game. Then I played 1 Ogre and 1 Santa Claus. I didn't Santa Claus anybody like that mattered. Like, it did not matter that I Santa Claus them. Usually it's a small world bridge. This card was also mid because of how many Brandon I played. Usually if I opened it, it was like hitting a Cartesia or like hitting an Albaz, so I didn't get my board cleared. I'm obviously going to keep trying this just because I didn't play against Super Heavy Samurai today, just because it didn't have a great showing today. But I'm assuming this will be really good in the future.
Do you think if you went to like a bigger event like a YCS that you'd probably play more of the Ogre?
Yeah, I'd probably like play 2 Ogre. I'd probably not play Mourner if I went to YCS, and it'd be 2 Ogres and 2 Nibs.
Okay.
Just because it like, I think in this deck 2 of hand traps is like, I think except the ones that are currently at 3, like these ones that are standard and broken. I like 2 of hand traps just because you are drawing so many cards that I don't want to see doubles of this. Except like this, obviously. This is the one you can see doubles of, but like, I don't want to say like 2 Nibs or like 2 Ogres or something. And I didn't play against any purely either. There were a couple near me all day. The stars didn't align, but that's the main reason I'm playing this, because I do play Small World. So if I Small World into this and I activate Circular, I should be able to win. Spells and traps-wise, pretty standard. 3 Signet Mining, search Circular. 3 Small World, search Circular. Or, if you don't have to search Circular, this searches a hand trap at the end of your combo that you can just, like, guess what they're playing, hopefully. It's usually I'm just searching Ash or Droll. Droll's the safest one. You cannot, most of the time you are not killing me, so I will kill you. And then I'm playing 1 Called by, 1 Talents, and 1 Equation. I was not main decking this last regional. People are playing too many hand traps. So, like, I need to be able to stop it. Especially if it's, like, Droll doesn't hurt that bad depending on what your hand is, but, like, it hurts enough to where, like, I want my whole trap to be live. This is just Crazy Extender. And this at 1, this card's crazy. It could be out. I would wish I could play 3, but, like, I just don't have room for it. My side deck kind of like makes up for me only playing 1, but this card is cracked right now, especially with people playing like 17 hand traps. And then the last card is just a super factorial. This card's broken and is basically just a better revolt. Extra wise, this is where it's different. I'll save the differences for like the end though. It's still one Laplacian 2 element version. Yeah, this card's broken. Going second, I usually make this and break a board and then kill, just because it puts a lot of pressure on to like rip 3 cards. Your own version is just a crazy starter. Obviously I put 2 X codes. I don't want just the 1 ripped from like cash or something and I lose. 1 Heat Soul, usually the end board, transcode. 2 Splash Mage. Sometimes I do go through 1 of them on turn 1 and I want the second one for follow-up. Cash will never usually touch this because it's not worth it. 1 Update Jammer, this is what usually gets hit because I will kill you. Wicked. If I don't go for like like huge combo, which I'll talk about in a second, I go through this to go into this to get follow-up and like extra draws. So this card's pretty good. And then my link ones, I play Lane Grebo and Almirage. This comes up more than you think. Like, this is for the defensor, but people imperm a lot still, even when this is on the board, and it's just free. And this is for if you have the normal hand trap. And also in testing, it didn't happen too much today, but there would be times where I would just go into this because I know they play, like, there's Ogre and Gamma in the format. If I get Ogre or Gamma, I would, like, lose, but not even just off the effect. I need the body, so I would just make this to protect the body and I would win. And then the biggest changes, I'm playing 1 Cyber Stee Save Worm and 1 Neo Tempest Terahertz. So this is a Link 5. It negates all monster effects in the battle phase to activate your opponent, and then quick effect, I can send a Cyburst from my extra deck or my deck to the graveyard. This gains its attribute and 2500 attack, and then it can attack a number of times on monsters equal to the number of attributes it has. So it didn't come up today, but like you can like use this to play through Droll because you can be able to like send the diameter still, so you can have your combo, and then this is 5500 attack, and if you do it again, it's 8,000 attack, attacking 3 times. So you can like do this in X code, and they're pretty much dead. But the good target to send off it, if you like did your combo, is D-Save Worm, because D-Save Worm in your graveyard is an Omni Negate for spell, or not Omni Negate, it's a Spell and Trap Negate, which is like a big problem. So being able to like set up this, which you can, it's harder here than in the OCG, but you can set up, if you open one of your 1-card combos and Paralyxy, you can set up Terahertz and Decode Talker. So you have like, you'll end up drawing 2 cards on Omni Negate in your graveyard. You have the trap card. Most people aren't playing through it because they have to clear this and they have to clear this, or anything makes an access code. So I really like these cards. I know a lot of people play Meteorological Aggregator. The card doesn't do enough because so I have to send it to the graveyard and then it triggers. Like nothing's really I'm going to summon this card and then later activate the effect. There's too many on summon effects right now for it to be good. I think this is like a perfect little package because this can just send whatever. Like if I just want to kill you, I'll send an Almarage for my deck to the graveyard if I have to. But this is definitely staying because the utility of it's really good. And there's just times where you don't have enough hand traps in your hand, so you have to just go for this. So you have the extra play with the Super Factory on this, so you don't die, and then you just win on the follow-up. Side deck wise, 3 bells. I don't like Bestials, and I don't like DD Grow. And Branded is a weird matchup for this deck. So like this really helps. There's a part of me that would main deck this. I would have to test it a little bit more, but usually when I go first game 3, this is at like 3, just so I can my trap card is resulting. I played 1 5 Rainbow Magician. This didn't really come up today. I know this card is broken, so I know it's going to come up, but it's also small world bridge since it's level 1 light, so you can make it just gets you into circular if you don't need it. I think this was the best card in my set deck, was 3 Thrust. You can't play around this. Like this gets me in my Dalents, it gets me into Duster, it gets me into, I play a couple 1 of trap cards for it to go off. I've always been a fan of this card. I think it's just crazy. I also played 2 Book of Eclipse today. Depending on how much cash is still in the format, this is like the biggest factor. I like this card because I decided on going first too sometimes because your end board's just all link monsters. But depending on how the meta shapes up, this could just be droplets and it might be just as good. It can't get ashed. And then I played 1 Duster, 1 Cyclone, and 1 Dark Ruler. These obviously were for Thrust. I only played 1 of this because I want to kill you. This is only in here for the boards that I know I can't break without this, because then I'm breaking your board, setting up my trap card, and saying go. And if you have to try to kill me, because I don't want it at 3, because this is not the type of deck that's just trying to build a board and play the game. And then I probably should have respected trap decks a little bit more today. I did play against like a Labyrinth Dynamorphia deck, and it was kind of scary because I only had this and Duster. But in that match, I was able to you just have to like ask them to set their cards one at a time instead of like how everybody does it, because if they set a card, you have to just Super Factorial to get the most out of the activation, because you'll rip 2 trap cards and hopefully you're hitting the ones that matter. I did draw this against Runic the other day, and that was broken because I nibbed them and then cycloned their fountain and activated circular. I did play 1 D-Berry. That's mostly for Thrust. This card's crazy. I think I only sided it in once, so I can do this, and it worked. And then the new side deck package is I play 1 Firewall Phantom and 1 Sign of Conflict. So this is for if I go first. Defensor can special, where it is. Defensor can special this instead if you already have the circular. So you can search Conflict to have an Omni Negate on your board. And this isn't even just like an Omni Negate, because it banishes and then they can't activate it until the end of your next turn. So it stops them off of a play. So you have Heat Soul, this, Super Factorial, whatever hand traps you drew. This was cracked. One time, I drew this without this a lot. So like, just being able to be like, oh, I can get drolled, whatever. I'm just gonna end on Heat Soul, set this card and pass. Not dying, and usually this is enough to save me. And like worst case scenario, if you already like have this but you need circular, you could go into this to grab mining because it searches for a Synapse Bottom Trap. It just doesn't seem that good because this by itself already gets you to circular. There's a lot of people do main this card. I just don't like it because it's not a small world bridge because it's Cyburst and 2000 attacks. You can't even go into Parallel Exceed with it, and it's a dark. So it's like weird to just sit in your deck. So I only put it in when I'm going first. It does have a like little niche effect where like during the MP you can banish it and shuffle back a Cyburst monster in your graveyard. So you can like recycle your one of League monsters, which has not come out, but maybe. So that's what I played this weekend.
Back-to-back champion.
This was also taken before Seattle, so the goal is
The goal is to go.
the goal is for a three-peat. This might not age well, but if it does, then I don't know what to do because that'd be crazy. Because
does that mean we're still seeing you in Philly?
if I three-peat, you will see me in Philly. If I don't three-peat, you might still see me in Philly. But there's just been a really good couple weeks. Like I didn't think, obviously I didn't go into this thinking it would be as good as it's been. That's not my style of deck at all. It's very basic. There's not a lot to do. It's straightforward. What does align with how I play is anybody who's played me, I'm very fast. Like I like my games to get over. I like to get up. I like to go. My average game with this deck is maybe 6 minutes, and I'm gone.
Yeah, we saw you 2-0 the guy for the win in 6 minutes
Yeah,
on stream.
we were on stream. He walked away for about 5 minutes. He came back and we were done. And at Pasadena last weekend, Birdo walked by, watched me playing Sword Soul. He walked back by, and I was outside. So for that case, I do like this deck because it does give me that ability to just play super fast, win super fast, or lose super fast. But regardless, doesn't make me go into time. I get what needs to get done, and it works. Which is weird because I don't really usually play super standard stuff like this, but it was working. So,
Do you think you'll change decks if they hit anything on this?
I don't think they'll hit anything on this. I don't. This card is broken. It's not worth hitting this. I think the biggest thing that holds this deck back sometimes is that you are super cyber slog. If this deck did not have that restriction, this deck could play some more techie stuff, and it would be a little more broken. But there are other decks that I'm like semi interested in playing. I just need to do more testing on stuff. But like, you know what they say: if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like,
Exactly.
obviously, this is not broke right now.
You
So
almost didn't even play this today.
yes, I also decided to play this at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
because I was testing Gold Pride, which is also crazy. I've been testing it by myself, so it wasn't like I didn't feel comfortable playing it. So me and Daniel were testing all night, and I decided to play this, and just because obviously I did well with it last week, and it worked. So there's no reason for me not to play this again, because this deck's crazy.
Nice. So other than Philly, what events we're gonna see you at?
I'm pretty sure I'm going to Vegas with Daniel. I'll be going to LA. I'm going to Nats in Raleigh, and
Possibly Philly?
yeah, possibly Philly. I'm that type of person though. That's like I'm very much wherever the world takes me. So you might see me, you might not see me.
You're gonna be at Santa Clara. Too.
I'm also going to be at Santa Clara because that's literally right around the corner. There's no reason not to.
Hometown,
It's literally hometown,
Yeah, you'll see him there at
Which-
Table 1.
which is crazy. Because California regionals are usually pretty big, but the last couple of Santa Clara regionals we've had have been like not that big compared to like our 800-900 people SoCal regionals we have all the time. But yeah, I'm excited to see where I go with this deck. I know there's not like too much innovation to have, but yeah, I mean, winning feels nice. I'm not gonna lie to you. Winning twice in a row feels really nice because this makes my third win in general. So 3 wins feels pretty nice.
Nice. Well, congratulations, and
Thank you.
we'll see you at the next event. Thank you.
Oh.